home screen of Oxygen Forensic Detective is your gateway into the tool, and it has everything you need to start your investigation. Looking at the top of the home screen, you can see links to our Oxygen Forensic Device Extractor, our Oxygen Forensic KeyScout, and our Oxygen Forensic Cloud Extractor.
Познакомимся с основными модулями, настройками и инструментами программы более подробно. Для того, чтобы извлечь информацию из мобильного устройства, необходимо запустить модуль МК извлечения устройств.
You know, like some people who have a particular, kind of affinity for a tool, and I'm pretty much just an oxygen guy. It's got kind of a great, price point to it, so it helps me save money that way. As I mentioned before, the speed it's got, and I don't have to, process it again like I have to with other tools.
Every law enforcement agencies in India is using Oxygen Forensics Detective. And the best part of Oxygen Forensics, we liked it as cloud forensics. This is the most number of cloud support included in the cloud forensics. And across India, people are very much loving this feature.
My experience with Oxygen Forensics has nothing been great. In this industry, there's a lot of trends. Things are always changing, always evolving. And you got to use the best tool at hand.
I'll be back by Monday, Yelena.
Where are you going?
To Russia. There was a problem with the shipment.
Russia? Don't put your life in danger.
Американский режиссер из Лос-Анджелеса Макс Weissberg показывает нам постер своего фильма-премьеры «Караганда». Вот уж точно, язык искусства не знает ни творческих, ни политических границ.
Я от Соединенных Штатов. Мне все равно, что думает мое государство. Это красивый город. Я очень люблю русскую культуру. И мой фильм, мы снимали это в США, но это есть русская музыка. Например, Глинка, Прокофьев и Мусоргский. И я считаю, что культура – это не политика, это часть человечества. Все имеют чувствовать что-то в сердце. Это не зависит от страны, не зависит от государства.
Вот, видите, какая она. Да. Она хочет, видите, какая.
And I can tell you I would say one of the best decisions that I have personally made, and it's because when I came here first, here to Alexandria, actually our first office is now condos. It's gone on that other side of it. I had 4 people, and that's including me. 4 people that we had, and that's obviously the selling, support, and training. So those people that are complaining that are employees now that you don't have enough people, kidding. But, you know, obviously that I still had this in my mind that I'm going to, and I'm going to grow this. We had the animals in the room, right? And we still do, of trying to go in, and how do we go in and we take this and bring this on? Do we go and change? Do we sell out our values? Do we do any of those? No, all we do is we go in and change logos that you can't see, right? We continue to grow. We continue to bring on value people. We bring on, you know, Keith Lockhart. We bring Amanda. We bring Brian. We bring all these people who've been around the world that they're not good at what they do. They want to make, obviously, the world a safer place. They enjoy doing it. I hope they enjoy doing it. And what I see from all the employees is that they enjoy doing what they're doing because of what we want to make sure that we are doing, right? That our values our values don't change based upon the value of a deal. We want to go in and be the people that are going to, you know, bring things to a new level and not just changing our logos.
KeyScout is good for, you could get a live computer and plug in a thumb drive and just look for passwords and account information while it's running, and it happens pretty quick. And of course you could use those passwords because people tend to use the same passwords all over in computers or whatever. So yeah, by using that you can put a nice dictionary together and help parse some data that you get out of the cell phones.
I have like 2 last questions. First of all, can you just like give me a really quick summary of what KeyScout does and what that?
Okay.
I don't know if that's too much to throw out there, but
I hate the name. We need to quit calling that shit by name.
one of the tools of Oxygen Project is KeyScout. KeyScout can do this. I've heard, by the way, I've heard customers talk about it.
Yeah.
I think we have a little bit of KeyScout, but.
So one of the tools, one of the features included in Oxygen Forensic Detective is our KeyScout. KeyScout is our parsing and analysis tool that works on Windows, Linux, and Mac computers. So KeyScout can both collect EO1 or RAW or targeted collections off of those computer systems, and it can be used to analyze digital forensic files of those systems. So if someone collected an E01 or an LO1 or an AD1 or an IMG or any other one of another different types of files, maybe even virtual machine files, KeyScout can be used to analyze that as if it was a live computer and extract all that data. IT and forensics are kind of at odds. IT wants to lock down everything, not let anything happen. Forensics, the entire job is to go and grab things. And those two things are standing in stark contrast to each other. So they're going to be very suspicious of anything that comes into their network that wants to go around and grab data, whereas the person who's buying this wants it specifically to go around and grab data. So they're just going to have a lot of questions and they're going to be throwing out a lot of words. And these are some of those, right? So when we say down here on the bottom, clients need to work closely with IT to ensure configuration. That, my friends, is why we have a deployment team.
It can give you more opportunity to actually break the log, get the password, than just getting against the Mac.
That, the bodyguard has to be put on break when we do these installs, because literally, again, when you think of the whole IT versus forensics, half of our software is going to look like an antivirus is going to look like a threat. Anything that by design wants to go around and exploit this and take information from here, that all looks exactly like a threat. And in the wrong hands, let's be honest, it could be a threat. You know, that's why we don't just sell Oxygen Forensics software to anybody on street corner, because in the wrong hands, this stuff can be very threatening. That's why we're export controlled. So we have to communicate that to our customers. Hey, look, when you install this software, it's going to look like this. There are threats, and it is going to be identified as a threat because the functionality of the software is very threatening in appearance. It's a big biker dude with a mohawk and a knife trying to walk up to a picnic. You know, maybe he's just bringing the knife as a gift, but it looks very scary, and the bodyguard is going to try to shut that down.
This is Eyewitness News. We are streaming on all of our platforms right now, and what you're looking at is an explosion and fire at the Chevron oil refinery in El Segundo. This occurred a little bit before about 9:45 this evening, and the El Segundo Fire Department is responding along with other fire agencies from the South Bay. Looks like 2 locations, or really 3, where there are flames visible. These 2 stacks that apparently are venting some of the gas and the explosive gases from the incident, where the main fire is.
So when people ask me, what does it mean when oxygen forensics say they make the world a safer place? It's a pretty easy answer. We spend a lot of time developing technology which helps law enforcement and to government security agencies to find these bad people, to convict these bad people based on the evidence that we help them gather. So I can go home and know that I have made the world a safer place because of what we do on a day-to-day basis.
I have a law enforcement background, and one of the things that I'm most proud of at Oxygen is really supplying a solution to government agencies around the world, right? Small state and local agencies, and finding out and listening to them about the stories of really how it's utilized in terrorism cases, how it's utilized in child trafficking cases, human trafficking cases, and then the homicides or even domestic violence. And so it's any of those stories that I hear, it really amplifies what Oxygen does by making the world a safer place.